Alright, so I got on a white dude's ass for being racist. It's only fair that I get on a black dude's ass for being just as offensive. Anyway, the YouTuber I'm talking about in question is Demigah, and another YouTuber that I used to watch. And, as usual, as I'm watching his videos, I'm starting to see more and more dumb takes that I'm really starting to have a problem with. And usually his videos are fine. He talks about geek shit. He talks about DC. He talks about geek shit. But it's really his political problems that I have a problem with, which usually has the mentality of Tyler Payne's character from CB4.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.
Now, Dorian, I hear you say, Demigod is not woke. He talks about wokeness. He can't possibly be a woke activist or some shit, And, I thought so too. But, with more and more videos I'm watching about this dude, his opinions are, and I hate to say this word, problematic to say the least. God, I hate using that word so much.
What a sad day for the LGBTQ plus community, or what I like to call the Alphabet Mafia. What the hell do you mean that Hogwarts Legacy is transphobic?
Well, for one, she tried to virtue signal. She tried to race swap Hermione and make Dumbledore a butt pirate. And when gay people politely said fuck off, now all of a sudden she's saying all this wild shit about how, about how men can't be women, women can't be men, which I kind of agree with. There's sense to that, but at the same time, it's truth hidden behind hypocrisy. J.K. Rowling is a hypocrite. Like, come on now. Like, don't even bother taking up for this woman, because Demigod, that you would turn on this bitch in a minute if she said that George Floyd was a fentanyl addict.
Hold up, quick question change. Why are y'all so goddamn soft?
I don't know. Why is the black community so soft? Hell, we're so soft we burn down buildings when we get misinformation.
The reason why trans people are holding their pitchforks against this game is because the author of the Harry Potter books, Madam J.K. Rowling, thinks that men are men and women are women.
Which I don't have a problem with. After all, scientific processes have proven that. Like, woke people always try to spin that shit around. However, this is the same type of woman who would be saying the opposite if her shitty books, were fucking successful. So, I don't know, man. Look, I'm not trying to be an advocate for SJWs or shit. This is more so a defense towards, just ordinary trans people who were just into the Harry Potter franchise and saw the fucking creator being incredibly hateful for who they were. I'm sorry. Call me a softie, but I'm with the trans people on this one. And I know this community is flawed. I know these people, they could have some downright stupid takes sometimes. But just for this situation, I'm gonna have to side with them, because come on, dude. Like, the hypocrisy was there. Again, she made Hermione black, and she made Dumbledore gay just to make her books sell well. And when the gay community and the trans community didn't buy that shit, all of a sudden, boom. I hate trans people now. Like, you don't see the hypocrisy there? It'd be like if black people, had, some, it'd be like if she did the same with black people, and when black people talk shit about Hermione, being black and shit, saying, oh, this is stupid. Now, all of a sudden, she's, in fucking Klansman gear. It would be just as racist.
Now, before I turn up the level of disrespect, I'd just like to say that I'm not trying to be hateful towards trans people, as in the trans people who don't get offended by common sense so easily, but I'm not gonna lie, everybody else is free game.
I like his logic for this. I'm not gonna be offensive towards you, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell you you're fucking idiots. Like, let's hear him out. I'm sure he's gonna have a very fairly explained, totally not one-sided explanation for this.
Ladies, gentlemen, whatever the flippy dippy doodah you think you is, let me tell you something. Your community is so desperate to be oppressed that y'all get mad when an author of a book wants girls to be able to use their lavatories without boys getting involved and invading their area and vice versa with the males.
Where do you get off?
Demigah, aren't you the same person who tried to send hate towards a Spider-Man fan filmmaker who called Miles Morales the N-word? How are you considered unsensitive? You were acting like the most sensitive little bitch in that video, but people can't express their concerns towards a creator who is a part of a whole franchise saying fucked up shit about them. And then you bring up all these fucking straw man arguments, which are true, but at the same time, they don't express the fact. What the hell does that got to do with just not buying a game? Like, seriously. I'm talking about the Spider-Man. If you don't know what I'm talking about the Spider-Man Lotus shit. He made like a video about how the creator was racist. The creator was all this shit. He was racist. He hated black people. He called Miles Morales the gamer word. I'm not going to say it, but I'm pretty sure you know what that means. But he was acting like the most sensitive bitch in that video. He was acting real bitch made over a Discord message that was completely taken out of context. But hey, trans people, completely soft. Black people, burning down shit, harassing Asian people, but still calling themselves the victims, completely different. Because hey, we're black. It's okay when we do fucked up shit, right?
Not to explain basic science to you, but you can only be one or the other, male or female.
Again, completely true, but completely condescending at the same time. Like, this is what I mean about this whole consume all black bullshit. Like, he has this whole... The one thing I do notice about Demigah and throughout his whole videos, he has this consume everything black mentality. You have to buy everything black. You have to do everything black. You have to do and consider everything that is considered African American, or else you're one of the outsiders. Like, that's the truth. Hey, I didn't say it. The overtones are all over his fucking videos. Even when he's making a good point, you could feel that hypocrisy inside, And look, I'm gonna say it right now. The trans community is not the best community in the world, they are flawed like everyone else. But at the same time, I did not see these people steal fucking flat screens out of a Best Buy and claim that it's justice for George Floyd or something like that. I didn't see trans people fucking trash a whole metropolitan area over shit. If Demigod said that he was a Black Lives Matter supporter, I would not blame him. Because he seems like the type of guy who would scream for reparations and then immediately kick a puppy down the stairs.
We all call this former athlete Caitlyn, but we know damn well that this is Bruce.
Blah, 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 blah. Shut up, bro. You're weird.
Whatever you were born with is what you are. If you got a wizard's wand, you're male. If you got Hermione's endless purse, you's a female.
Okay, all bets are off. I'm going full ham on this. Dude, why the fuck does that matter to you? Unless they're shoving their agenda down their throat, which they usually do, why does that fucking matter to you? Like, seriously, why are you all up in these people's business? Not the loud and proud ones, not the ones that went up to Netflix, not the ones that tackled Dave Chappelle on stage. I'm talking about the ones who are just fucking living their lives, fully happy with what they're being. Why does that raise a problem to you? And look, if these are people trying to indoctrinate children, I completely understand. If these are people physically getting aggressive over fucking words such as he and she, I can get behind that. But boycotting a game who is based off a franchise, based off of a person who literally made it known that they do not mean nothing, but they are the fucking shit at the bottom of JK's shoes. yeah, I'd be pissed too. Look, if I was a trans person and I was a big fan of Harry Potter, and I heard this bitch not only try to make this half-ass attempt to make diverse characters, but also try to just diss me, just diss the whole community for just who they are, yeah, I'd be fucking pissed too. Now, granted, the whole fucking hate towards this game is completely invalid, but I get why people don't want to play it. Hell, if a creator was racist and was saying racist shit, I wouldn't call them soft. I would call them fucking, I would agree with them. Don't support the shit. They don't like black people, so why don't give them your fucking money?
And one thing that irritates me is when I hear y'all trying to say that it's common sense how a male can turn into a biological female or vice versa. I don't care what kind of surgery you get, bruh. If you were born with the ability to push a baby out to your pum pum, you are and forever will be a female.
Okay, I feel like he made this whole video just to shit on trans people. And that's a bit ironic considering he said, oh, I'm not gonna shit about you, proceeds to say transphobic shit at the same time. I'll say this again. I am not an LGBT advocate. I know these people are hypocritical. Hell, I'm bi myself, and I have came across many gay and trans people who are very entitled. Like, that's the reason why I'm not an advocate, because most people in this community are very entitled. If anybody is sensitive, Demigah, it's you. Because you're triggered over people who are not even bothering you in the least. You are triggered by people who are living their fucking lives the way they want to. Their lifestyle does not affect you in any single way.
Here's a play school lesson for y'all. If you say he or him, she or her, that implicates that only one person was involved, okay, children?
Here's a first grade lesson for you, Demigah. It's from my social studies class. The infamous Dr. King quote, "Do not judge people by the color of their skin or how they act differently than you, but from the contents of their character."
Imagine you get stabbed by a trans person and you're trying to give the officer a report of what happened and they can never find who did it because your dumb politically correct self used they them pronouns instead of she or him.
Imagine being a girlfriend to an absolute lunatic who tries to attack you in your car with your 2 kids in the back, and your boyfriend happens to be black, and when the cops tries to defend said victim and he gets shot, a whole bunch of fucking weirdos show up and pin blame on the victim who could have been killed in front of her 2 kids because, hey, he's black, and black people can never do anything wrong, right? A woman literally got harassed by the BLM community, by the BLM protesters, because the attacker happened to be black, and hey, guess what? In their minds, black people can't do anything bad. Imagine being a mother scared out of her minds for herself and her 2 kids, but hey, you're suddenly the bad person because the fucking asshole psycho who tried to attack you was black. And in these people's minds, black people can never do anything wrong, right?
I'm sorry, I'm upset, and I'm sorry it had to come this way, and the fact that I'm even apologizing for this shows you that I'm hurt all around. I shouldn't even be apologizing, but I'm sorry, I'm expressing my anger. But all I know is for 3 years I lived here, and none of you guys knocked on that man's door to see if he was okay. Now I can't get my shit because all you guys want to be here. My kids have to see you guys celebrate a man's life that tried to kill him.
And in your fucking pro-black mind, you will defend people like EDP 445. You will defend absolute fucking monsters because they have the same melanin as you. Fuck out my face with that shit.
I'm not even hating at this point. Y'all just need to calm down and do better. But I'm not gonna lie. After all of this news that came out, I'm not just gonna buy 1 copy. I'm gonna buy 3.
Congratulations for being the biggest, blackest fucking sellout I think I ever seen. I think this was the video that really showed his true colors. And it really just shows his double standards for things. I can't wait for J.K. Rowling to just say the gamer word to just call us all a bunch of cotton-picking porch monkeys out this bitch, and then you will come out of the fucking blue and say, oh, she's racist, guys. Don't buy that Hogwarts game. If you do, you're a fucking racist. If you do, you're a fucking bootlicker. If you do, you're Uncle Ruckus. Man, fuck you. Fuck, it's this type of shit that really pisses me off, because I see this in my community daily. You're soft for being justifiably offended towards something, but God forbid you laugh. God forbid you actually like something. God forbid you actually like something that's out of your cultural zone. Just fuck this guy, man. Fuck it. Like, this was the video that truly showed me that Demigah is full of shit. Because it's like, dude, the racial double standards is real. Like, he's bashing people for justifiably hating something. And I'll admit, the game is overhated. The game barely came out yet. I understand that. And yeah, I know how the Alphabet Mafia rolls. They're sensitive, dude. They're just, but the thing is, they're just as sensitive as yo black ass. Because the one moment J.K. Rowling drops the N-bomb, guess what? I might actually side with her. I might actually say that yo black ass is offensive. I might say that yo ass is a sensitive, soft as fuck dude. Just fuck this guy. I'm losing my patience with this guy. Just fuck this double standard having ass nigga. Seriously, because it's like, and fuck anybody else who has this type of mindset that black people can never, just black supremacy out this bitch. Let's call them what they are. They're black supremacists. And look, this is ironic, because he is the one guy who always wants to call everything woke, everything's woke to him. But he lit so far up the Black Panther movie's ass, he could taste this shit and liked it. Fuck him. Just fuck this guy, dude. Seriously. And that's all I gotta say, man. I just want to get that out. I am not always on the Alphabet Mafia side, because I know they can be just as oversensitive as every other SJW out there. But at the same time, I'm gonna side with them. I'm gonna side not with the loud ones, not with the entitled ones, but the ones who are living their fucking lives being what they want to be. Sorry this video had to get so political. I'm sorry I got so fucking heated, but like, man, this has been a long time coming. I always wanted to talk about this on my channel, but I don't like to be political, but this video's got to be an exception somehow. Like, just, man, fuck people like this. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think people, like, racism's bad. I get that. But people who blatantly say racism is bad are unironically just as racist as the racist they're trying to call out. And yeah, you know what? I'll say it. J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit. Not because she's transphobic, but because she's a fucking sellout. She literally backstabbed the community that she was trying to pander to. It'd be the same way if they were black. It would be the same way if they weren't trans and gay and they were just black. Then I would have heard your ass just crying like a bitch all over this shit. You would have called her all types of racist crackers. I'm done with this shit, man. I'm done with this shit. If you present hate towards anybody who ain't done nothing to you, eat shit. And that's all I gotta say, man. Just, I'm done with this shit. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that other shit. Who even cares anymore? I'm considered the whitest dude in the world because I just have an opinion out this bitch. I'm done. I'm done with this, man. Oh, and take care of yourselves and each other. Fuck, man, I hate my. Damn, man. Black people need to get their shit together.
Make sure to check out the ongoing series Red Dragonfly. It's available to read on Wattpad and it was one of my favorite stories to write. Read them all. Link will be in the description.